Okay, so welcome to the first dev update of the next major version of Blue Screen Simulator Plus. Now this is going to be the original Windows version of this program, so let's see what's new, shall we? So when we first launch it, you get a little pre-release on the splash screen. But hey, it looks the same, old and stuff. Oh, wait a minute. I just opened About and this looks a little bit different. So yeah, I kinda spoiled it there, but yeah, so we do have a new blue screen type, but if you like simulate, it's the exact same thing. Now, so originally I wanted this to be version 2.2, but I actually realized that it's actually a major enough update that it can be version 3. So this is the old interface, as I call it. You're familiar with this. However, if you just change this one line of code, we're gonna see something different pop up when we launch. Look at that. So as you can see, we have a material UI design which functions exactly the same, as you can see, but it looks much nicer compared to previous versions. So that's the first new major update, and this UI propagates through everywhere. So yeah, we have a background. Actually, that's a bug. I need to fix this. Yeah, so you're still able to change the color, but this doesn't change visually, which is a problem. So yeah, that works. Do window mode as well. Yeah, everything you want to use works in this new UI. So there's also the code editor, which isn't completely changed. It just has a new window style, but it still uses the legacy controls and stuff. I haven't converted it just because there's a lot of crap to convert. So NT core options, here's what that looks like. It's still using legacy controls, which is Windows XP, all this stuff. NT4, that one also works, and it has the new generating blue screen display. So if we go into settings, which I spoiled before a little bit, we can test the gen, and as you can see, that's what it looks like. It's just yeah, that's how that looks like. There's also a night mode that's different, and it doesn't work on the main one for some reason. I wonder why that is. It worked before though. What? Okay, that's real bizarre. But the rest of the interface works correctly. That is so weird. It used to work. It worked totally fine. But now it's just completely unusable. I wonder why that is. What the hell? Switch to night mode. That is really weird. Okay. Prank mode uses the old UI, but it does work still. So you can use that in this build. Still, everything here is subject to change. So this interface here, UI setup, I will have these things in different places. So right now you have to click here and then click some of these options. You can still get the old layout if you want. Yeah, so if we do that, we get the old layout. But that's just for the main interface. So if we restart the application, new UI package. I wonder if I restart it works perfectly now. Yeah, it does. Okay, that's real weird. Why did it not work before? But now it works. Okay, so that's what night theme looks like. Here's the about screen. That's real fun. As you can see, I actually haven't designed the graphic for it. And it has this little placeholder. Again, this is subject to change, okay? Delays. And there's some help you can read. System requirements is fun because I replaced it. Yada yada yada. User manual still opens the legacy, like the manual thing, which, yeah, looks like this. Command line help. Command line is partially broken, like stuff like changing properties on the blue screens. And I believe in even simulating a crash are like sort of broken, they don't work if you have new UI enabled. Or they work like incorrectly because I haven't like fixed it. Right now you can change the color scheme, or like the accent color, so you can make it tea, red, purple, pink, orange, that's lime, which I kinda like with dark mode, light green, which also works nicely with dark mode, light blue, which, yeah, indigo, which was the default, green, which actually looks pretty nice too. All of these look nice. It should be mentioned that this material UI design, or like the implementation of it, is not made by me, it's made by someone else. It's actually a NuGet package. So yeah, there's also a new feature of trace logging, that's pretty new, so we can see what happened while we were like simulating the blue screen. It's actually related to what type it is, so there's different stuff for different ones. And this is handy for like the debugging and sending reports and stuff like that. There's also like a really temporary force right to left option, so we can see how the program looks like in right to left mode. And yeah, not that familiar with right to left, but oh, that actually works as well. I mean, yeah, of course it does, because it's not even right to left. However, the width is a little bit weird. Yeah, you still get like little info boxes for what each option does. Now with like a little graphic and the title text. So if you hover here, you can see what these things are. So this like starts the simulation. You can see like press escape and stuff. Let me just exit the right to left. This like doesn't toggle right to left. This is just if you want to test right to left and force it on the application. If you have right to left in Windows itself, it's still going right to left. Okay, so settings. This option right here is a little bit broken in this build. It doesn't like work. that's all I'm gonna say. There's a bunch of stuff in here. These are all the old options, as you can see. I do have embarrassed accent color here, okay. Oh, I thought that was broken. As you can see, the accent color applies to these buttons, but not to these buttons. There's a bunch of stuff we can do with the material UI. Let's check for updates actually, let's see what that does. It's up to date. I mean, yeah, of course it is, because it's checking if it's greater than the current version, and current version is 3, which is like greater than the number. Okay, that makes sense. Splash screen is basically identical, except it has like a little pre-release thing on it. And yeah, so let's talk about the NuGet package. So what we're using for this is a package called if NuGet decides to load at some point, it's called materialskin.2. So this one is Google's material design for Windows Forms. We're still using Windows Forms. That hasn't changed. We're still using like a legacy .NET framework, which is why this actually just works. README. What's the README? README. So it's somewhat active. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like Blue Screen Simulator plus lol. So here's the repository, and yeah. How you can use it, and that's how it looks like. You can have different like sizes for labels and stuff. There's one thing I forgot to show, which was kind of important, and that's actually revealing the Windows 8 beta bug check. I call it a bug check because it's technically not a blue screen, but blue screens are like usually bug checks, like what they're called internally at Microsoft. So this is for the first time the beta Windows 8 blue screen, or like I guess black screen in this case. So let's simulate this, and here we go. This is what it looks like. Has the little screen that says your computer needs to restart, stuff like that. Let's disable this. As you can see, it says your computer needs to restart to counter a problem and will restart automatically, and there's error code and collecting information. It's not like entirely accurate, maybe. I need to like do more testing with actual Windows 8 beta builds to get this more accurate. But there it is. It has also full screen, which actually works, and the text is centered. I believe that's how it works on the real one. I'm not sure though. And the UI isn't really updated for it. The only thing that's like kind of exclusive to it is that progress tuner is not here. That's the only difference with Windows 8. So we do actually need to enter a developer thing. If you go to dictate it, then of course we select the picking configuration, just the bools, and set countdown to false. And this should give us a different variation if you select the correct one. Yeah. So the different variation is doesn't have the countdown on it. It just has this screen. You can still change like the error codes. There we go. No, if light mode is still broken now. Yeah, now it's broken. How? How does this keep happening? I have no idea why it does that, and specifically on the main like forum. I think this has something to do with like it being a panel, or maybe that's causing issues. Okay, let's check if we make the background like make it transparent. Maybe it's gonna look ugly in the designer. Let's see if it works on the actual thing. Yeah, it looks fine. Night mode. Yeah, right now it looks fine. But after we simulate the screen in light mode, let's see how well it works now. Okay. And it's these sort of bugs that are like difficult to track down. Yeah. So here's what the designer looks like if it decides to display properly. And yeah, the way you use this material UI thing is you just go to the initialize component thing. And actually you're supposed to do this before initialize component, I think. It doesn't really matter, I'm not sure. In other forms I do it before initialize component, for some reason here it's after. I don't know if this has an effect on anything, but yeah. So we're probably calling with 16 minutes, okay, very cool. So yeah, this was the Blue Screen Simulator Plus. I have, although I just for those who managed to get to the end, there's one more thing. So there's an Easter egg that does not work on the new UI. You may be wondering what it is. So on the old UI, you're able to press Ctrl+C, and it actually opens Click It, which is a little game I made like a long time ago before this simulator. You can play it and try to click the button, but it moves away. Very simple game. And there's a version 2 you can play, which is like basically identical, although the button itself doesn't change the thing. Yeah, the language changer is like broken, which is very fun. So here's 2.0, which is basically the exact same, except the button movement is like randomized actually, instead of being relying on fixed locations. So this little Easter egg does not actually work on the new UI, which is a bummer. Here's the choose culprit dialog, by the way, that's what it looks like. It's using the new list view. And yeah, error code, these are the same. Anything else? There's the old night theme still that kind of exists, which you can like use, but it doesn't apply everywhere. So I think only prank mode really has it, yeah. And this, it's sort of has it on these half-finished ones. Okay, this one I need to remove it from. Yeah, this is the this is the progress tuner that I totally forgot to showcase, which is a bit fun. And yeah, that's what it looks like with the new UI. Pretty simple. But yeah, this was Blue Screen Simulator Plus ASM version. Yeah, this text gets replaced when you load the forum. But yeah, this was version 3. I hope you enjoyed this little dev update. And have a nice day, I guess.